Welcome back to the Fraud Street Fandom Podcast. If you're following along on YouTube, we just went live. Last time we talked was a home run derby. We went with, I guess, one of our original setups where everybody's kind of in the same camera view and more of a relaxed setting, I guess you would say. So we figured we'd try that one again, see, if we like it, if others like it, that kind of thing, just to play around with some different setups. Speaking of home run derby. Again, congratulations to Jordan Walker with a clutch performance against Schwarber to basically hit a walk off. But that was fun to watch. Moving on to the All Star game before we get started, the All Star game was pretty lackluster. Um, AL ends up winning 4-0. Pretty much it was a pitcher's duel. Sanchez started the game. He gave up 3 runs on 3 hits with only 2 Ks. And then after that, it was basically just nothing. So Lizardo pitched a scoreless inning with a K. Duran came in for 2/3 scoreless. Skeens and Mizorowski didn't pitch at all, which was kind of annoying. Like, what you
With all the
can't,
fighting for
yeah,
who's gonna start, yeah. They, I guess Mizorowski, I don't know if it's, like, when they started this, but are they starting to limit his innings now? Because I think they're pulling him after 4 or 5
They're trying to,
to kinda limit
probably keep his
his
arm.
pitches,
Yeah.
but, I mean, he's throwing I think I saw the stat yesterday, he threw 66 fastballs, and all of them were over 100. Like
Did Did you guys see a thing where he hit 111?
no, that was I saw that was a tweet with it was a guy hit a home run off of him, and the ball went
111. Yeah.
off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, I was cracking up because at first I thought the same thing, but then it
Yeah.
was a
They
home run.
worded it in a fashion where, yeah.
They worded it as him throwing 111. It was funny.
I've only seen him hit 105, and that was against
Yeah.
Harper, I think.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they didn't even pitch. But I mean, if you go down like the list of just the pitching stats, so the AL basically dominated the NL
Yeah.
lineup. They gave up 3 hits, but they had 15 Ks, which is unheard of. And then it seems like it was just the entire Phillies roster that was
They just
playing
played
against them.
like the Phillies.
15
Yeah.
Ks, 3 hits. I mean, that's what we typically see on a day to day. But then even on the NL side, it's like they gave up 7 hits. Sanchez gave up 3 of those, and then but they had 12 Ks. So
Yeah.
27 Ks in the game alone, like
Just no hitter.
it's an insane. And like the question that I ask is pitching just that dominant right now to where just across the board that they've gotten too good.
Yeah, you see that kinda trend with the averages now, like, there's not many guys, there's only a handful that are over 300 in the average anymore.
Mhm.
Used to be a consistent, like, 300 was like, "Oh, they're a very good hitter." Now it's like they're an elite hitter, and if they're batting 290, like,
Yeah.
the averages are way down. The pitching, obviously, they're getting stronger, they have nastier movement. It's gotten a little out of hand.
Mhm. Yeah.
Make the hitters look silly up there, so
And as we're talking about pitching, go figure, just watching the Phils, and we'll kind of get into the kind of how they've come back from the All-Star break. But you have Wheeler that's pitching against the Marlins, who have lost 12 in a row. Is that right?
At least.
We're in the second inning, and they've already scored 4 runs. They got a runner on second. So it's kind of like, yeah, this sounds about right.
1 and a third.
And the other thing about the All-Star game is like even if Mizorowski, you got guys like them coming in for 1 inning. You're not going against a tired pitcher. You're going
Right.
against a guy coming out
Yeah.
100 mile an hour each time. You're like, Jesus Christ, how do we game plan for this? If it's just 100 mile an hour fastballs coming down the middle.
Yeah, but it's like I know we looked at prices of maybe either going to the home run derby or the All-Star game, but like what's the point of paying the money to go to an All-Star game if you're not even gonna give the best? Like Shohei didn't play or
Yeah.
pitch at all. Mizorowski didn't pitch, Skeens didn't pitch. It's like I mean, these guys are well deserving of getting to the All-Star game, but I mean, why aren't you gonna play?
Plus, getting one representative, then the manager's got to try to get each guy in there and like swap them out in and out and get it at bat.
Yeah, and even
it's-
like the Durant thing, like
yeah,
it wasn't a save opportunity, but they still brought him in so they could do the old,
Light show.
light show
light
before,
yeah.
right? So, but yeah, game doesn't mean anything, but it's just the one thing that kind of stuck out to me is how dominant pitching's got. Just in the recent seasons that we've been following. So, but yeah, today we will kind of get everybody up to speed and kind of how the Phillies have done since the All Star break. But I think there's bigger news to talk about. There's an elephant in the room, as you would say, and I'll
Goat
let
in the room.
there's a goat in the room. I'll let Cameron take it away and make the big announcement since he's the one I think most favorable of this move.
Yeah. So have you guys been living under a rock? The Sixers officially signed LeBron James. It announced Friday morning. Brock was kind enough to notify us when he saw the news, sent that to Brian and I. So that's actually how I found out that, the king is coming to Philly.
Yeah.
Um, so as a lifetime LeBron defender, let's
LeBron
see,
fan. Yeah.
see what he's got. He's in year 23 now. He signed a
it'll be
2-year
20
deal,
it'll
$8
be
million
24,
total.
yeah.
So he took the vet min. He said himself he doesn't care about, money. He doesn't care. But this isn't impacting his family.
Mhm.
This is just to help bring a championship to the city of Philadelphia. So we'll see.
I mean, he said all the right things. He said, he wants to put in the work. He's there for the grind. He wants to be on a championship caliber team. Um, you
Yep.
know, of the ones that were kind of in the mix, Cleveland's kind of in the mix. I mean, they've been in the playoffs the last few years. Him going back home. Miami certainly adding Giannis in the offseason. Like, what would that look like with
Yeah.
them certainly competing in the East? And then you had the guys out west with the Warriors, which I think they made a lot more sense. And the fact that he was already living in California, that's just right up the road. You have this big, massive house that you're building out there. Like, going completely to the opposite end of the country didn't really
Yeah.
necessarily make the most sense. It seemed like it was more of a posturing move of, all right, can I use the Sixers? Can I use Cleveland and some of these other teams to, basically have the Warriors give up what I want or make it to where it's in my best interest?
Yeah. And I mean, I think like a lot of the rumors also is that him and Steph are pretty close. They've obviously played on the USA. I think they were like co-captains at the Olympics the last time. Um, so it was always kind of like everyone's, as a fan of basketball, wanting them to see like LeBron and Steph play together. But I think Philly is probably the more attractive option if Embiid is healthy.
Which
Mhm.
it
Have-
wasn't an attractive option though until you all got Jalen Brown.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what they
yeah,
said,
right,
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that played a toll in it before.
That's what they said. That they
Yeah.
said they weren't even on the radar until Jalen
Yeah.
Brown joined it. Yeah,
Mhm.
until he got on there, then he was like, "Oh, wait a second, hold on."
But it's like just that move alone. We talked about that, and it's like
Yeah.
you're offloading PG, who never was really on the court. Like, it's a expensive contract that wasn't really working out for you. We saw
Expensive.
glimpses when all three of them were on the court, but it wasn't enough to actually like even put any chemistry together. So being able to offload his contract, obviously you got rid of some picks, but you brought in a guy that literally can take over a team.
But he
And
was the best player on the Celtics.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like he's conference champions in the when they won the championship, he was the actual MVP. So it's like you're bringing a quality offensive mind to Philadelphia. I guess what I'm hopeful to see is that LeBron kind of as the point guard that he is, I'm hoping that he influences Maxey a little bit more and teaching him how to like slow the game down a little bit. Seems like he's always on 1,000%, like or like 100 miles an hour. Like
Yeah.
slow things down. I think Jalen Brown will probably help out with this too. But what does this do for his career? Even VJ learning from a guy like that, like what can this do for your career and make me, build upon that.
You,
So
you got to kind of wonder if LeBron can almost take a back seat, even though he
right.
made the whole summer about himself. You got to think if he can go in there and let Jalen Brown be the best player
Yeah.
when Embiid's healthy, if he can, he can do his thing he normally does, and then Maxi's still gonna he's still a great player himself.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean I know he only picked you all because of the JB and because of what the roster looked like because he didn't. They said he didn't want to play with James Harden, so he
Mhm.
didn't like that. So that
Yeah, I
was
don't
why
think
he
that
didn't
that would
pick
be a
Cleveland.
good match with them
And
because
then
Harden's only decent every like once a week.
right, and then he's out of shape every summer. So
Yeah.
LeBron's looking at that, going, "I don't want to be with that."
Right.
And then the Heat thing, really, they have Giannis, and then
And
they have
Bam.
Mitchell and a couple, and Bam and all that. But it's a lot. It's just
Yeah.
I don't think the size of those three would work. I don't think Bam, LeBron, and Giannis would all work together cohesively enough like that.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm most curious about is I don't want to see Embiid play, but the last 2 weeks of the regular season.
Right. That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
put
They
this
gotta
motherfucker
sacrifice.
in a
They gotta
bubble.
do everything. They gotta sacrifice.
Just
their
give him
stuff, yeah.
some warm up to get to the playoffs. assuming that everything goes well and they're in contention, which they better be.
Well, and it's one of those things where I kinda talked about, it's like you want some chemistry with people, so you need to be on the court to do that, but if you're, like, obviously and they did this last year, it was like any back-to-back that they had, he
Yeah.
wasn't playing the 2nd day
Well,
or the
Bron's
1st day
probably
or
not
whatever.
playing back to backs either at
So,
this point.
but, like, alright, now you have a deep enough roster, certainly the starting 5, and, like, they're filling out their bench with a bunch of guys that
The Dean
hopefully
Wade
can help
signing's
out.
pretty is not bad
Yeah.
for depth.
And
Yeah.
I mean, even at the time before LeBron came, that I thought that was a good move,
Yeah,
just
right,
for
that's
depth
what I
and
mean,
everything.
yeah, he was good
So,
depth anyway.
having this starting 5, the thing that killed the Sixers all the time was that they didn't have a bench. They had to rely on Maxey to play 48 minutes a game, just otherwise, like, they didn't have a shot,
Right.
especially with Embiid out and PG out. So now bringing in a Jaylen Brown to where it's like, all right, now Maxey doesn't have to play the entire season. You can give him
With that kind of
breaks.
roster, you should be able to be up in games where guys could sit.
Right.
That should
Well, that's what would
how it
happen.
should
Even
go.
when Embiid was there, they would build a big lead in the first 2 quarters. The 3rd quarter, they would give it all back, and then the 4th quarter, they'd have to come back in and, try to either get the lead back or win, late.
Right.
So
Yeah, I think one thing, watching LeBron a lot growing up, another thing that I noticed was he always liked those spot up shooters. We
Yeah,
don't necessarily have those.
yeah.
Like Maxey's not a spot up shooter.
Dean
JB's
Wade,
not.
that's what I meant by
Yeah.
Wade was just as a good
But
option
like,
for any of that.
I mean, he's not like Ray Allen,
Right,
though.
no, right, no, exactly right.
I think
So
Maxey could be that. I mean, he the problem was is he had to basically be the point guard last year, so
yeah,
he didn't really have the opportunity to kind of be off the ball.
I
yeah,
did see one
But
post where they were like, VJ should learn how to just go to the corner and get ready
yeah,
to shoot up
shoot
threes
a
because that's
three.
all
Yeah,
he's going to have to do
Mhm.
now. Like they were saying stuff like that.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be awesome to see. Maxey and LeBron are working out together now.
Yep.
So I guess they're both under the same agent group that
Yeah,
Clutch
Yeah,
Sports.
it's Rich Paul, yeah.
So Maxey's already, building rapport and chemistry with LeBron. So that's great to see. And again, I don't know what's going to happen with LeBron. He's 41 years old. He's coming into Philly. Philly's tough to play in.
Yeah.
The fans are rabid at this point.
Well, this is
Like
the
they
other thing
want
too.
some
You
fucking
speak of the
championship.
fans, I mean, we obviously know how Philly fans are. We know how we
Yeah.
are with other teams and even our own players. Now you have all the bronsexuals coming from LA now coming to Philly. So now like you have those fans that are only fans of you guys now because of him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you have you guys who are like, well, hold on, we've been here. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
this is our team, buddy. You're just here because of that one player, and then it's just gonna and then that's the only thing I look for that. If it gets because we know if not saying it would get bad, but if things do get bad, it
Oh,
could get
it's
really
Yeah.
going
bad.
to get bad
So-
at
And with
some
it being
point in the
LeBron, it's
season.
gonna be
People are
escalated even more.
WIP is just over there with remember the South Park with the Comcast where he
Mhm.
he's doing like the really bad customer service and he starts rubbing his nipples. Like WIP is eating every minute of this up because they can't wait for that first bad game by
And then put
LeBron.
that the first headline.
And
on
then
their
they're going to
show.
say
Yeah.
LeBron's washed, LeBron's overrated, the worst signing in
ESPN's would
Philly.
do the
Like,
same thing. They're gonna talk about
yeah, but
LeBron every day,
ESPN's
right. Well, but yeah, still
always
yeah.
done that.
That Windhorse dude.
But for like Philly media and then to get the fans in Philly to call in and give their opinion, it's going to be a hot take city, left and
Well,
right coming in there when LeBron has a bad performance.
so I think honestly, you're not gonna see much of that until big games late in the season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I think
yeah.
you have probably until March timeframe of this honeymoon period, unless they start out like the Phillies. If they start out like the Phillies and they're
Right, is what I'm saying,
3
if it's
and
bad,
13
oh, yeah, if it's
in the
bad.
first 2 weeks, then yes, absolutely. I think they're
Because they
like
keep bringing up that,
but
that
that's also
comment.
not gonna fall on LeBron. It's gonna be like, all right, what the hell is Jaylen Brown doing?
Yeah, well,
What the hell is Matt like? What's going on with this team?
well, the thing with social media that cracks me up with it all is that Jaylen Brown was calling Embiid the biggest flopper
Mhm.
just last postseason. Jaylen Brown also said that Bronny James is not a
Not a
pro
professional.
basketball player by any means. And LeBron says, "Oh, we're good except for the shit he said about my son." And now they're all teammates, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of like part of you just kind of goes like, "Well, how's that going to work?" Do you think it could work because they're just they're but
I
at
mean,
the
it
same
really
time,
depends on what they're trying to do,
that
right?
footage is going to be there all the time, right? That's what I'm
If they're
saying.
if
Yeah.
they're just trying to win a championship, then put your shit aside.
Yeah.
They're all grown ass adults. at this
Right,
point.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too, it's like you look at it, it's a 2-year deal, max 2-year deal. So it's a
Opt out on
player
1 year.
Yeah.
option to where it may only be a 1-year deal. And if it just doesn't work out, he can move on, go to Golden State next year. Or
He said
whatever.
this is his
I
last
said he did
team.
say this is the
Yeah.
last team. he's
So
gonna
it's
play
either
for.
well then I guess that would be he retires then.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
it ideally like and even just like realistic expectations. Like you can't imagine putting like we've seen it with super teams before. They don't necessarily translate immediately. Like, it usually takes time for them, and that's why I talk about chemistry and things like that of you gotta give them time to kinda work together, play
Yeah.
together. You know, some of them played together on, like, the US teams and stuff like that, but, you know, that's a different you're not going up against for the most part, you're not going up against NBA
Talent.
quality teams. You're going up against some of these countries that, you know, there's probably 3 or 4 that actually could compete, but for the most part, it's, you know, intramural sports.
It's Wembanyama and
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah,
French
and
guys. But yeah, I'm super excited just because I can finally say LeBron's on a team that I like.
yeah.
I've been waiting a long time for this to happen. Never thought it would happen, but I'm
Well, a
stoked
couple of
about
years
it.
back, honestly, it was there was some traction there. Before he signed with LA, like, Philly was
The
in
running, I
talks,
guess,
yeah,
but
in the running for him.
that was the whole process era, and that's Ben Simmons, and
Mhm.
because then Ben was like a huge LeBron guy, and LeBron and him worked out a ton, and LeBron kind of took him on as like a mentee
Yeah.
to Ben, and obviously Ben Simmons that clearly didn't
There
work
was one
out.
joke about Ben Simmons coming back now because
He's been
Oh, league
making, he's
minimum?
been
he
talking
did it
about how
back
he
on
wants to come
center
back.
behind
Yeah.
Embiid. And I was
Yeah.
like, good lord.
I mean, Ben Simmons had all of the athleticism that you could ever want out of any athlete at any position on the floor of basketball. Like he's an absolute stud. He's just a mental midget.
That
Like,
and he doesn't wanna put the work in.
yeah,
Like, the one thing I will give, and I think I've said this to you, is LeBron worked at his craft. He wanted to be the best. So he would be in the gym in the off season, and he put you know, the effort in to learn how to shoot, to get better. And, you know, that's why when, you know, Simmons was with us, I was like, "Oh, he's working out with LeBron. Great. Hopefully he's gonna put that same motivation into his game and, you know,
yeah, he ain't built like
go to
that.
the next level." And he wasn't, no.
Yeah,
He had
um,
other things on his mind, whether it was the Jenners or now
yeah,
it's fishing.
yeah. Now he's a pro fisherman.
Mhm.
But I mean, also like another thing that like LeBron takes so good care of his body. Apparently, he's going to be living in New York City, so he's
Yeah.
not even going to be getting all the cheesesteak
Yeah.
Mhm.
stuff.
Well, you see that a lot with athletes now too. It's like they look at it and, you know, if they wanna prolong their career, they have to. Like, look at what Harper does in the offseason.
Yeah,
He did that blood transfusion thing this offseason just
yeah.
to so it's like, I think, you
He
know,
was starting
time
to toe the line of like, dude, are you going to get suspended for some
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Like,
He was like
So
experimenting.
because
and it
he
was like-
kept saying that he was all about these peptides and how like they just are super beneficial to you, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure he's got the right people in his ear, but it's like, buddy,
Mhm.
let's calm down. Let's start taking things and
Yeah.
putting them into your body.
Don't let Jose Alvarado
and
influence
then he's
you.
making the TikToks where he's making all the
Max
different coffees
Kepler.
and stuff like
Mhm.
that. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, so it's like
Um,
I just think like athletes, especially superstar athletes, are you know they're trying to take the best care of their bodies so they can prolong their careers.
Mhm.
So
But yeah, I can't wait to see Brian's tune change on LeBron. He's never been the biggest LeBron guy.
no, I haven't.
He
but
hasn't been super against him, but he was never really a big fan. He always gave him shit about the decision, and now we
that's always
finally got
been
a
my
decision that
angst
went
with
our
him
way.
ever since that
It
happened.
was the decision, yeah, and then like you know he kind of
You
won
guys just
people
hate
back a
kids
little
and
bit.
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah,
He kind of won people back when he went back to Cleveland to win there.
But he
Um,
also did it again this summer too with this because he went to Fanatics Fest and did that live podcast and kept saying like, "Got to trust the process" and all this stuff. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
and they
You're
were like,
I'm like, shut the
76.
fuck up, and
yeah,
make a decision. Like you're
Mhm.
just like annoying everybody. He was even annoying Philly fans because they were just like, "Good lord, dude, you picking us or what?"
Well, we
Like,
honestly didn't think we were getting.
no, I
Right,
didn't,
Like we
yeah.
thought it was
No, I didn't think he was
100%
going
the
there either,
Heat,
yeah,
or it was
right.
going to be the Warriors if he was going to make a new team.
especially when he took the $4 million, I was like, okay, he could have literally
He coulda went
he
anywhere.
could have went anywhere.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And then the Warriors had Draymond decline his option so they could free up the money. Even if LeBron wanted more than $4 million, they were like,
yeah.
here you go. And then even with the Lakers, he could have stayed there if he was going to take $4 million. He could have stayed with Luca. He was
Mhm.
just like, no, I'm out of here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like obviously we talked about the Sixers, but what do you guys think about just the East right now?
well, that's the other thing I was going to say. If we got to that, as
Well, and actually, I welcome your opinion because as the Pod's Knicks fan,
the reigning champs,
yeah, reigning
Knicks
champs, but
survive.
no
All
one
I was gonna
repeats.
say about
So
that was so like the East is it's not just the Knicks. Like the East is stacked.
Mhm.
Like the West really
it's
you can
two
only
teams.
say it's two teams. It's OKC and the Spurs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean
Unless
maybe,
Steph catches,
unless Steph catches
fire,
fire and then maybe the
averages
Nuggets
50.
maybe but at least there's a way in the playoffs very
Yeah.
easily. not saying that the Sixers couldn't get in there. You guys are going to be in the playoffs, but it just seemed like the East had a lot more competitions. I thought for sure he would be like, I'm not going to go to the East because why would I make it tougher in my last year?
Right.
But then he comes out and says, oh, I want it to be tough though. I want to have like the competition and get there to this point. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It had nothing to do with us. It's just the East in
Well,
general.
that's why a lot of the time, like when he made the first decision to go to Miami, it's because he wanted to stay out of the West because he didn't want to go against the Spurs, the Lakers. He wanted to go to the East because the East was weaker at that point.
Exactly. Yep.
So now, I mean, the East is absolutely stacked. You got the Knicks that just beat the dog shit out of everyone in the playoffs. The Celtics, who knows what they're going to be? They just,
well, I think they're still going to be good.
They're still good coach.
I guarantee you, Paul George is going to play 1 week, and it's going to be the same week that Jaylen Brown plays against the Celtics.
Pritchard and all that. So they're still going to shoot threes all around the court and everything. Yeah, they're still.
And if they're making their threes, they're going to win. Like
they plucked Mitchell away from the Knicks, which is not a. I mean, it hurts us a little bit, but it's a big addition for that for their. Yeah. He just doesn't play the way he doesn't shoot threes though like the rest of the centers do. But
yeah, I mean Miami, I think got better. They added Giannis with what.
And he'll be getting Hallie back next year. He should be back at least at this point, I guess. So I mean, there's a lot of the East is definitely more powerful than the West is at this point. I mean, Detroit. Who knows what Luka is going to do with all the other white boys?
Yeah, Detroit and Cleveland.
Detroit lost almost. Did they lose Durant? I don't think they did, or they were going to.
I don't know if they lost him yet.
Okay, they were. I knew there was something close. They had a match if somebody tried to sign him or whatever.
And then
the Flyers go after another guy.
Oh shit. And then what's going to happen in Houston? Like KD, who knows if they're ever going to be good? The Suns, if they're ever going to be good again. Yeah. It's a lot of up in the air down there.
But like we said with the West, it's really just if the Spurs beat
Spurs
OKC,
and OKC
again, or OKC beats them again. Yep.
But yeah, so we'll definitely
it's definitely going to be
watching a lot more Sixers games this year.
Yeah.
Ticket prices are going to go.
Oh, they're going to skyrocket.
So I think they skyrocketed already for preseason, didn't they?
Can he still have his season tickets?
Yep.
Oh, he's probably going to make
the
3 seasons worth. And
the home opener, I guess the average ticket price for a Sixers game last year was like $70. The home opener is already like $380.
What is his pack? Is his like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know for sure.
What, do you have a buddy with the season tickets?
Yeah, one of he's in the podcast.
Nice.
He's another LeBron guy, so I know he's stoked about it. We've been talking about it all weekend.
Is he keeping his season tickets, or is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just said he's gonna make money like in.
Oh no, he'll probably sell. He'll definitely sell games.
Okay, I got you. I thought you were saying like he was unloading them now, like.
But it's also like the thing of the back-to-backs, and then like.
Oh right.
LeBron was a big guy of this, right? He's a big offender. Taking games off when he's going to play a bad team. Like he's not going to go play the Hornets.
Yeah.
Like why waste the the energy,
especially now.
Yeah.
Right. They got they got 2. Or no, not the Hornets. Right. I was talking about LaMelo going to the West.
Yeah, he's with the T-Wolves.
T-Wolves.
Yeah.
So
but that helps the East a little bit because the Hornets were actually good last year.
Yeah.
But I know if LeBron does take the Sixers to a promised land, they're gonna have that statue up pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're finally gonna retire number 23. Get up with some of the other teams that already retired that number that didn't have a player wear it.
Yeah.
Well,
we definitely will see. I know the odds certainly have changed after the
we're
signing.
Tied favorites with the Knicks in the East.
I think the West is still both the teams in the West are still favored to win.
Yeah. The Spurs and OKC are still the favorites to win.
You see, they put Wemby's stupid ass on the cover of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They're trying to be.
They're trying to promote him as
best they can.
They're trying to make him the new face of the league. That guy's insane. He's 7'5" and can do everything on the floor, so it makes sense to try and market him as your guy. Even though they obviously just got their dicks kicked in by the Knicks.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be a good basketball season to watch. I think, like we mentioned, the East is going to be pretty tough. I don't think anybody's certainly going to run away with it, but yeah. Moving on to our baseball team, who is currently losing to the Marlins right now, 5-2. Wheeler's getting hit up a little bit.
Yeah,
looks like he's given up 6 or 7 hits. I think I don't have a box score in front of me, but it's not looking good so far. And then our guys, typical Phillies fashion, they'll score 2 and that'll be it.
Once we got here, they start getting set up. I was like, "Oh, Phillies game just started. Harper hit a 2-run and run, nice." And then we sat down, got everything after getting everything set up, and the Marlins already tied it 2-2. So,
so it is only the 3rd inning, but I just know how this Phillies offense has been. They kind of Well, we'll get to it. So after the All-Star break, we had a pretty tough stretch at home with the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Yankees coming into town. So going again or having the Dodgers and the Yankees, who are also kind of like struggling a little bit. They don't have Judge at this point. They don't have Stanton. So you're hoping that you can get 2 or 3, if not, sweep them. Oh, we did the exact opposite. Every one of those series, we won one game, lost 2 out of 3, which is, at least the
Including the one that
LeBron news was
including the one
towards
I went
part of
to.
that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
kind of everybody didn't care about baseball at that point. So, the Mets one so frustrating because I think 2 of the games they only scored 1 run.
They didn't score the one run. The game I went to, they didn't score until the 7th inning. It was what's his face home run.
It was Sunday
Third
game, right?
baseman.
Did you go Sunday?
Sunday.
You don't even say his name no more.
No.
Yeah, the third baseman.
He said 5 RBIs last night,
The
man.
third
Yeah.
baseman. Yeah, that's-
Four
Well, him and
RBIs.
Stott, yeah. So, lose 2 or 3 to the Mets. Then going into the Dodgers, they win the first game against the Dodgers. Kind of actually scored some runs, but they tried to give it up with the bullpen. They hang on to that one, and then the next 2, like literally, they found ways to lose. And this is the shit that we kind of saw last year in the playoffs. When you're going up against a team like the Dodgers, who are fundamentally sound, you have to be on your A game. And they just continuously bite themselves in the ass with mental breakdowns on the bases, mental breakdowns in the field, like whether it's, just fielding, running into outs. Like, so
It's
game
like
2,
they're playing. Oh yeah, go ahead and just give the actual.
so
data what
game
happened.
2, ninth inning, we have runners on second and third.
Yep.
So Crawford's at third, JT's at second. And Marsh hit a ground ball to third base to Muncy, right? He was
Mhm.
at third at the time. So Crawford does what he's supposed to do. He ran on contact, but he gets into a rundown. So worst case scenario, you get into a rundown. JT moves to third. Marsh should be able to get to second if you could, extend the rundown. So you're basically trading it out for runners at second and third. So
There was
for-
one out when Marsh
right, yeah.
Yep.
was batting.
So there'd be 2 outs with runners
Down
on
one
second
run.
and third, right? Which is okay. It's not ideal, but at least you keep the runners there. So, JT, for whatever reason, literally was standing on third base, decided, fuck, I have to go back to second.
Yeah.
So he starts running back to second. They tag Crawford, throw him out at second base, double play to end the game.
Yep.
And the inning, and it was just,
Yeah,
what the hell are you
I put on
thinking?
Facebook, I said it's probably one of the stupidest ways I've seen them lose in a long
And
time.
the
Like,
piece that was most upsetting about that is it's JT. Like
Right.
it's not like Crawford or it's not Rincon.
Well, Crawford did what he
yeah,
was
right.
supposed to do as a
I don't.
rookie.
I mean, he
Yeah.
could have just stayed there because the ball was right next to him.
Right,
Yeah, but
Like,
if he's told to run on contact, then
Yeah.
yeah.
But regardless, like he knows he's going to be out if he runs.
Mhm.
The ball is coming right, going to roll right past him. He knows he's out. So the only benefit there was that JT and Marsh would be safe at first and second.
Yeah, but him also getting in the rundown prevents them from tagging
Yeah.
him and throwing to first to double off
Yeah.
Marsh anyway. So
But when JT turned back to second, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Literally, I was sitting
Like,
there.
what are you doing?"
You just see him behind her bells to start going back. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's just like,
And
I was like, dude, are you
and
fucking
that's
kidding
where I
me?
was thinking. I was like, maybe there's a new rule to where you
Yeah,
can't have
just-
runners on
yeah.
like touching the same base. Like, I don't know if I'm wrong here, but I just
know
don't
if
expect
the runner
JT.
behind him passes the lead runner. That's an
Yeah.
out. Other than that, I think you
Yeah.
can do whatever like normal. Yeah.
So I just was like, this is just so unexpected out of JT to make that
Yeah.
Right.
mental mistake. But I think what the Phillies do is they just when they see the Dodgers, they just they piss their pants.
Yeah.
Like they pissed down their leg in the playoffs last year. Ryan Kirkland can't throw the ball to the catcher.
yeah.
And then you see the base running. Then the next night, I think he might be talking about it soon. Stott had a very bad base running error as
Yeah.
well. And it's just like, since they're going against this superior competition that they can compete with,
They just-
clearly,
Yeah.
they just mentally are broken. And that's so upsetting to see. Like, you would think that this is the stuff like, I think earlier in the year we played them pretty well in LA.
Yeah, I think we still lost 2 or 3, but
But they were
I mean,
competitive.
even looking
Yeah.
at these games, it's you win the one,
Yeah.
you lose the other game 2-1 with
Yeah.
that base running
That
error,
bullshit happened.
and then the other one was what 3-1,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
We
So,
couldn't
like,
hit.
you're right into all of those games, but
And we're not
That's
even
what-
facing their best pitchers.
well, that was the other
That's
thing
it,
too.
yeah,
Like
right.
you're not
You
facing
didn't face
Shohei, you're not
no
facing
Snell,
Yamamoto or
Gladys
any of
Snell.
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Yeah, you get on their bullpen a little bit, and someone actually brought that up on the radio, but, you know, the Dodgers had a doubleheader the day before. So a lot of their guys weren't even ready for the game that you actually won. Like, so the other games, it's like you're not taking advantage of the pitchers that you're probably gonna be facing in the playoffs, let alone the starters that you didn't even face in this series.
And the Dodgers, they can just basically play anybody on their roster.
Dude,
And
Max
just
Muncy
yeah,
kills us.
like they play the shortstop. What's his name? Is it Rojas, the older guy? Like they play him still just randomly all the time, just because they just basically give everybody rest just to
Yeah.
get ready for the World Series run.
They have
They-
depth.
I mean,
That's
Freddie
what
Freeman,
happens when
like
Mookie,
we just said, there's no Yamamoto, no Glasnow, no Snell. No,
Mhm.
like they're just using other guys to do pitching right now, and then that playoffs come, they'll have all 4 Cy
they're
Young guys
they're
ready to go.
paying Kyle Tucker $60 million
Yeah, just
to
He's-
do
yeah,
dog shit
sitting
in
on
the
the
bench.
outfield.
They're
Like,
paying Will Smith whatever he's paying, and they use
He's
the
on
other
the
guy to
IL.
play the
Mhm.
Russian
Well,
or whatever.
Smith's been on the IL.
Yeah,
for
well,
a
but
little
I mean,
while,
yeah, but yeah, like it's just
and also fuck that guy. That
I know,
dude's
yeah.
he's a cocksucker.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Not a fan of him.
No, he reminds me of the Mets catcher.
Oh yeah,
Alvarez,
Can't stand that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he had 2 bombs off of that one game.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just, like you mentioned, Stott run into an out in third base, and it's like, just what are you guys thinking? But it's something that they're gonna have to fix. Otherwise, they're gonna same thing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you're facing this team, you have to be on your A game.
We got to figure it out.
What was
now
what was the
to get
game
there.
that what was the game that Turner had like 4 errors in? It could have been 4.
So that was
Was
the
that
game
the
where
first game that they won?
It was
He
2
hit
errors, but they only
2
counted
home
the
runs.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he hit 2 home runs, and yeah, that was what, Monday night, I think.
Yeah, must have been the game they won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, because he should have been charged with, I think, 4.
There was a play where he come over the Heath. He come running across the field, like came from shortstop
Yeah.
over to second base area, dropped it.
Yep.
But they still called it a base hit.
Yeah.
And people were like, it was another error. I'm like, well, they didn't call it one. So
And then he got
wasn't
one that was a
technically-
freaking bullet.
Yeah.
Like
He
that
keeps
Right off
doing,
his
he
shin.
keeps,
But,
like,
yeah.
he keeps looks like he's trying to do some kind of like backhand shit. I'm like, just field it normal.
But
Like,
why have we not explored the option of just putting him at second and putting Stott?
That's what I was
short?
going to ask, because
yeah.
Stott is probably one of the best defensive
He's-
players I've seen.
I legitimately think he is ranked the best second baseman glove of all time, like
Mhm.
of all baseball history. Like the way his defensive
he's only got
metrics are
13
pulled in.
errors in his career, and Trey's got 18 this year.
Yeah,
Like, it's-
exactly.
Trey should have like
Yeah.
30 this year.
Yeah.
Like it's not just Monday night that was the bad example.
Mhm.
Like it's been all season. But I just why not put Stott at short and put Trey at second? Like why? What's going to be the harm there? You have a bad second baseman instead of a bad
You
shortstop.
have
I would
maybe
almost
it's
say
the
the Dodgers-
egotistical shortstop that got paid.
Fuck that
40
ego.
right.
When Trey was, I'm pretty sure when Trey was a Dodger, they probably put him all over the field.
He was playing center
Mhm.
field.
That's what I'm
He was
saying,
playing center
right.
field with the
Yeah.
Nats.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying. they got him
yeah.
playing everywhere.
look at Mookie. Mookie plays second, short,
Shortstop,
center,
wherever
right.
they
He
need,
plays
yeah.
left. He plays
He's one of the best
everywhere.
players to ever play the game.
And
Great bowler,
you know,
too.
we were talking about ego. That dude's got 2 World Series, 2
Mhm.
MVPs. Like he's an absolute stud. He's got way more fucking room to talk than Trey does.
Right.
And Trey should be like, yeah, dude, I'm just lucky to be out here
Mm-hmm.
the way he's been playing.
Yep, and he actually would make more sense in the outfield. Like put him
Yeah.
with his speed in center field. but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think they really, Mattingly should be like, yo, if you keep fucking up on giving up these errors, you're going to have to move to second base. Like, we're going to have to hide you. And we'll put Stott over at short.
They
'Cause
got
Stott's
to
played
do
short
something
before.
to wake them up, because I'm sure we're gonna get into it, but like the trade deadline, there's just a lot coming up there that they have to do, like to convince.
The list is
someone-
getting longer as the
It's
days
getting
go
longer
by.
as we get to it, and,
And,
they
like-
got to do it to convince the fans that they're trying.
Yeah.
Well, the unfortunate thing was like Garcia actually was turning it around, it seemed a little bit. Like he was hitting
He had one good
and
week.
like, well, that one good week was good. But regardless of his inability to bat, like he still was defensively great.
No, yeah, he was
Like, his
awesome
arm and
defender, yeah.
everything. Like right now, you look at these guys we're throwing out there with Rincones and I mean Hill. I like Hill a little bit better than some of the
I
other
don't know, there
options
was
we
a point
have
that
in right.
I thought Derek Hill should play center over Crawford right now.
Yeah, like
for
the
a little
guy's
bit.
been great.
Yeah, like,
I think Hill is just capitalized the moments that he gets.
Right,
Like, a
but
lot of it's
yeah.
been pinch hit home
but I
runs.
think it
or
deserves
you
like a
know,
little
the-
bit longer stretch to see if he can.
He's making good plays defensively in
Yeah.
center, so I understand the point. It's just
Yeah, I mean, he was a good addition. Like I'll give it to Dombrowski because I'm certainly good about giving him shit when he doesn't do things right, but he has done a good job of bringing in some of those pieces. Now he does have his errors also with like, especially when it comes to the bullpen and bringing in pitchers. But the Bader trade last year, like that wasn't really on anybody's radar. They brought him in. He actually produced. You
Durant
trade for
came in another
Durant,
way. Yeah.
Durant was a good
you trade for Hill this year, and so far he's actually been pretty. He's helped. Especially with the missing Garcia. So what do they do at the trade deadline? I mean, there's a couple options. Like you have a bullpen arm.
I would say they need like 2 of those.
Yeah. Like I don't think they have a
At least.
left-handed arm that you can trust.
No.
Between Alvarado, like Banks is terrible.
They need to do something at the rotation too, because I mean
They have an opener.
Right. Well, if they bring Painter back up, I don't know. Like that, it's just I don't trust that kid at all. I said the other day, McCullers, he's not a great pitcher, but McCullers got DFA'd by the Brewers. Yeah. I'm like, it's a cheap, hey, come start every 5th day. If that's what they're gonna do, because you can't do a bullpen game,
Until
especially
when Bueller last year.
When you're using exactly right,
or someone like that, but they didn't even use him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but stuff like that is like where they need to do stuff, like I said, to show us like, hey, we're trying to stay second place in division, stay in that wild card spot.
Yeah, I mean, there for a while we were making a run for first, and then since
now
the All-Star break, we've
6 games out now,
fallen back.
They're 5.5, but it'd be 6 after the night.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's like we talk about, adding pitching, and it's like I don't know, like what's going on with Trevor Bauer, but why not just take a flyer?
I don't. I think I think the league just doesn't like him.
Right,
Yeah,
but it's
not
like
really much angst there, except they just don't.
There's got to be a reason that
like the
30
entire
teams
league
are still passing on,
and
that's there's got to be a reason.
I think he did say the Phillies almost had him signed
Yeah.
before all that stuff happened.
But I mean,
and maybe it's coming from somebody above the teams, like Manfred or whoever.
And that's what I mean. It's not. There's a lot of teams that need pitching, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not just the Phillies, and
he certainly can pitch better than some of these guys that we see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my god,
without a doubt. It's just there's got to be something going on that we don't
Especially
know.
the way he gets when he gets like amped up,
Mhm.
like, and if he's pitching lights out, like if he's out there throwing 6 strikeouts in 7th inning, people are gonna be fucking fired up with him, and he's gonna be like screaming right at the other batter.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
Yeah, well,
but he's a good pitcher, and now unfortunately, after all the allegations that he caught that were proven false, he's just playing down in the Mexico leagues.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, like he does a bunch of stuff on TikTok and like,
he's the Bryson DeChambeau of MLB.
Yeah,
but it sucks because like, I mean,
it doesn't make the cut.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. It's like I would investigate those types of options. You can go out and get a bullpen arm, but
the Dodgers can't do that.
Yeah, you could go get a bullpen arm, but like the price is going to be a lot for a left-handed specialist or whatever. And plus, it's like the problem that you have right now is you look at the standings. The Red Sox ran off like
15 in a row.
Yeah,
15 in a row.
so we're
So
like
now-
they're now in the picture.
Right,
It's
so
like
now
you're not
they-
going to be able to go out and get a Chapman. You're not going to be able to go out and get some of the other guys that were potentially
Contreras was one,
potentially on the
Duran.
available. And then like you look at the teams that are out of it. There's only like 3 or 4 teams that are just completely that they probably could be sellers.
Yeah.
I think the Blue Jays, which you're going to see in a couple weeks. I think right after the trade deadline.
Which Hoffman's not been doing very well.
Did I see something that was, I don't know if this is true or not, but Vladdy hasn't hit a home run at home.
Yeah, he
last
hasn't.
year.
He got very close the other day, but
Hasn't hit
just
one
missed it. Yeah.
since the World Series.
It's
or
like
something.
Trey numbers, man. You got paid and all the power went away.
It's
Remember,
just wild.
it was his first year or was it his second year that he went like 15 games at home without? Well, it was longer than that. He went a long
Trey had
stretch
a stretch there.
without hitting
Yeah.
a
Oh yeah,
home
yeah.
run.
But I mean,
home.
Vlad Jr. is a little bit there. He hits more.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
his whole thing is home
Yeah.
runs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just wild to me. I think
Yeah.
it was even midway or not. It was probably in June. We were talking about how Vlad has like single-digit home runs on the season so far.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how you get a base hit every time. Just had a bunt to boom.
But I mean, honestly, so like left-handed pitchers out of the bullpen. We need a 5th starter.
Yep.
We need an outfielder.
Yeah,
and
because I was going to say
potentially
that
a
too.
third
Because
baseman.
Marsh is being
Well,
platooned again now.
so-
They said that the other day.
Well, yeah, they were giving him a couple days off. And,
Yeah.
but I mean, all right, of those 3, what do you rank?
That was going to be the question I posed to you. So I'll go ahead and answer first. So I think the left-handed bullpen, because every one of them, except I think Miza has the lowest ERA out of the 4 that we
But he's
have,
also
and
starting
everyone else
games.
is at
Yeah.
6 or 7 ERA. Like literally, when you pull in a left-handed specialist out of the bullpen, you're giving up a run every.
Mhm.
So like that's
Oh, and
clearly not working.
real quick, and did we mention? I don't know if we talked about it on here, but Keller goes on the IL.
Yeah,
He's
Keller.
out. He's
He's
out
out for the
He's
year.
basically
He's
for
based out for the next
next year too. So we
Yeah,
signed him for a 2-year deal, and he
and
might
he's
be out
gone.
for the entire.
Thanks, Cubs.
Then they had the
Yeah.
Keller. They had the Keller. They pitched yesterday. He had to pay out of pocket for Tommy
Tommy
John
John,
or something
yeah.
like that. So it's like, oh, that's a great option out of there,
Yeah,
out of the bullpen. But good.
but
Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, no, the left-handed bullpen is I think the number one. I'm hoping they can find somebody in the minors that can come up and pitch.
Well, they brought that kid up that throws hard.
Alex
his name-
McFarland. Alex
yes.
Yeah,
McFarland.
McFarland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he only got
But they
into
sent
one game.
him
They
right
sent him
back.
right back
Yeah.
down. So I mean, it's just we need to have somebody come up that can just. They
Eat
tried it with
innings.
Ron Hell, but
Yeah.
I think we're on a streak now where the fifth starter spot
starter.
we've lost 11 or
I
10
saw his
straight.
last start because he left. That was his
Yeah.
last game. Yeah.
I think we've lost 11 of the or 11 or 10 or 11 games in a row out of our fifth starting like spots. So either whether it's Rangel, Painter, the opener, whatever they're doing with Miza, it's just that's unacceptable because you can never have a win streak over 4.
Right. Yeah.
If you
I mean, Banks is gone. It's
Yeah.
like it's a whole.
so the left-handed arm, then starting pitching, and then I think you got to find out the outfield bat. I still want to see like the offense turn it on. Like JT's had a poor year. Harper's starting to kind of slow down.
Marsh is
Schwarber's certainly slowed down with home runs. Marsh has turned into,
what he was.
what he was before.
Mhm.
Rinconis has never been a good bat. Crawford hasn't really been that great of a bat. So yeah, the offense
Sosa's not doing much, and people still go,
Yeah.
"We love him." I'm like, he's not doing anything.
he's a perfect role player as a
Yeah.
bench guy, but he's not.
But they act
anything to
like he
write
should
home
be
about.
playing shortstop also.
So I think that then you go into the offense, you just need your players that are getting paid $30 million a year to step up. And then, so I think that pretty much. I know third base is a sore subject for you.
I know.
But I don't think they're going to make a move.
Bohm's not going to be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole thing was even
That's
the year
an
before
all-season
that was all
move.
season stuff. Yeah.
The thing that also really fucked up the whole Bohm thing is Aiden Miller has like a degenerative back.
That's the other thing too.
Like,
The
he was
kid's back
this
is screwed.
top prospect, and now he has a
Yeah,
back injury.
yeah.
Who
And then
knows
we
when he'll be
drafted
back?
somebody with a back problem. Did you see that? We drafted some
Oh,
kid that
yeah.
has to get back surgery. I'm like, what are we doing? Why do we not draft a healthy person? Good
Yeah.
lord! Like,
So who knows?
Was it Spangler?
yeah, whatever. Yeah, but the first thing I read about the kid was just
First
like he's
round,
got a
yeah.
back. I'm like, what are we fucking doing, dude? It's Aiden Miller all over again. Yeah. No, I'm
Well,
with
the
you-
guy
I'm
you
with
would
on
think that
I'm with your same stuff though. Like the bullpen arm is definitely because you can't have a starter if they do well and then have the bullpen come in and just completely blow it if you can't even get to Duran.
Yeah.
And plus you don't even really have a guy in front of Duran right now. Like you can really trust to go in each time.
And honestly, like it's not even at that point. Would you rather have a lefty specialist that's going to give up a run, or just try with a righty that's actually been playing pretty well?
Right, exactly.
Like, would you rather just throw Kirkgreen out there and just say
get rid
"fuck
of
it, dude"?
Stop the analytics shit and just be like, if he gets people out, he's gonna
Yeah.
get them out right or left. Yeah.
He hasn't been great as of late, but
Yeah.
he's been better than Alvarado and Banks. And
We've talked about it before.
So-
I just miss when like it's like it doesn't seem like a lot of teams really have it, but when you used to have like an 8th and 9th guy, that's what you knew was going to happen
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Now it's like they're throwing. Sometimes they got Kirkering out there in the 6th inning because of the matchups, and I'm like, then who's going to pitch the 8th?
Yeah.
If we, you know what I mean, like I'm like, you don't want to use your best arms in the 6th inning because you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose the game in the
Well,
6th inning. You
I
could lose it in
think
the 8th.
the only way that really makes sense to me, and just to try and like dumb it down, is all right. Is the top of their order coming up in the 6th, and the bottom of the order, if they get to it, would be in the 8th
yeah.
inning? Then it makes sense to have your guy come out in the 6th. 7th is the middle of the order. 8th, but that's in a
Well, then
perfect
you're gonna
world, right?
have the 6 come back around the 9th though, even if you go all the way through.
That's what that's the thing.
But then you have your
yeah.
closure to come in. If you get through those innings,
Right.
you'd rather have your top guy facing their top guys versus their
Mhm.
bottom guys in the 8th inning, right? Because you got to get there.
But also too bringing in, like say Kirk, you bring in Kirk, you're hoping that he does his job
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
6th.
It's
Because if he doesn't, then those guys are coming back on the 8th against the guy that now you got to throw Alvarado out there, or if it was Keller at the time, you got to throw them out there. You're just like, oh man, like,
Yeah. No one's a sure option. Kirkgreen had been very good. He's starting to tail off. Duran has been very good. He's a little shaky at moments, but we haven't really seen him pitch too often.
That's the thing. We don't even get this could be another game where they don't even get to him tonight.
Yeah.
Like because we've seen.
Well,
the
they
offense
probably
score
he
the-
hasn't pitched in a while, so they'll be like, "Oh, let's throw him
Oh,
in here in
right,
this
they'll throw
5-2 loss,"
yeah,
and then
down
the
6
next
runs,
2
they'll be like, "Oh,
games
here you
it'll
go."
be
Well, that was
one-run
the
games.
game when Trey was hitting the home runs. They had to use him
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
because they pitched themselves into
Yeah.
a safe situation.
Yeah, so he came in for what, a third of
An
an
inning,
inning?
yeah. It was one pitch.
Yeah.
It was a ground ball to Trey.
Yeah, and it's just like, because
Baseball
Everybody's
guys.
holding
they
their
were
breath.
clapping because he got the last out
Yeah.
after all the air.
Baseball
and they were
gods
like,
playing
"Oh,
their
yeah."
their game there.
Yep. So hasn't been a good stretch for the Phils, certainly after the All-Star break. They're 3-6 since. They remain in second place in the division. As you guys mentioned earlier, we were kind of catching the Braves a little bit. I think it got down to 2 games
Yeah.
at one point. But now we're 5.5 back of the Braves, so still within reach, but you don't want to go into a streak of losing series again. So, upcoming matchups, as we mentioned, we're watching the Marlins game right now. Currently still losing 5-2, but they have runners on second and third with 1 or 2 outs. So Marlins are 52 and 54. They're currently fourth in the East, so they kind of dropped off. Losing 12 straight. That'll help you or do it for you. And then this weekend we have 3 in Baltimore. Baltimore's fourth in the AL East. They're 51 and 55. And then next week we have 4 at home against the Nationals, who are third in the NL East, 54 and 52. And then we close out the weekend against the Blue Jays with 3 at home. The Blue Jays
Very
are
winnable stretch. Like,
it is. It's a
insane
bunch of
how
guys that are kind of right
compared
at 500.
like we just said, what we had coming out of the All-Star break, and then that's your next like 9 games.
Yeah, if you
then
want to
you
if
should
you want to
be-
make up ground that you just lost
Yeah,
for
right,
your
that's
stretch out of,
exactly what you
these are
should
the
be doing.
teams that
Yeah.
I mean, it's still early. I think it's
And
it's
the
the fourth
deadline is
inning
what?
in
The
this
deadline's
game.
the 3rd, isn't it? Isn't
The
it
th-
August?
It's the
3rd or
fourth. I think
4th,
it's
yeah.
a Tuesday.
So
So that would be the National Series.
yeah.
So again, Blue Jays, like they're one of those teams that might be selling at the deadline. Maybe you guys mentioned it, like Hoffman. He
The
hasn't
Orioles
been the
will
same
the Orioles will
Hoffman.
probably be selling too. There's talks about them selling badly.
They were scouting that. Was it Griffin, the pitcher on the Nats?
Oh yeah,
Foster Griffin.
Yeah,
I think
Foster
it was.
Griffin.
I don't know. But apparently they were scouting him.
And then Nationals already traded that Mead guy.
That was
Red
the
Sox.
he
That
was the
first trade
piece
that
for Sanchez.
Yeah. Yep.
We sent him to the Rays for Sanchez, which is crazy. To see that he's even still in the league, it's kind of shocking to me that now he's getting traded.
He's a third baseman with power. It'd be nice if we had one of those.
We do. He just misses the ball.
Yeah. His power doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do a fantasy update. Hopefully I can get this up. So moving into, so we had the All-Star break, obviously, and then we extended into I think it was a longer week, right?
Yeah, it
I
was a
feel
week
like
and
I
a half.
played Cam for 2 weeks. Like it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, it's because there was
Yeah.
it was all of last week and then the Thursday for the Phillies, but the 3 games and then the week.
Yeah. So last week I played Team Trash Pile, and I actually had a pretty good week. I ended up winning 7-2. I won all of the offensive categories. I won Ks and ERA. So I think Team Trash Pile, which that's Tyler, right? Or Tyler's Hot Garbage. Those two always mix me up. It's Brandon and Tyler, one of the two.
Yeah.
They were in second place, so it was a big week for me. Who'd you have, Cam?
Brock
Brock?
and I played.
Yeah.
How'd that matchup go?
So I beat Brock. Was it 6-4, right?
Mhm.
Brock was beating the shit out of me pretty much all.
Look at the home
whole
runs.
time.
22-9. Like
Damn.
Yeah, 55 RBIs to 34.
Yeah. Pitching screwed me.
My pitching, I had 82 innings pitched with a 1.85 ERA, so that's pretty.
That's really good. Yeah.
Brock had saves and holds and Ks. So suck it.
All right. So it brings the standings. Tim's still sitting in first place, 8-game lead over second. So he's kind of running away with it a little bit there. Team Trash Pile, who I played, is still in second, 8 games back. Cam, you're in third, 13 games back. Ethan is right on your tail in fourth, 1 game behind you. Brandon's ahead of me in fifth. I'm sixth place. Kevin, Matt, Kenny, Tony, Justin, and then our fan favorite, Brock.
So Brock, I was just thinking about this earlier.
So you a
So
seller at the trade deadline?
Yeah, I
Or?
was just saying, is that coming up? I was like, I'm sure it is. Yeah.
so in my other baseball league, I have Cal Raleigh, and
Yeah.
I'm about to just cut ties.
Dude, it's really insane how bad. Like tonight,
So I
today he didn't
think
even play. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on?
I
with
think
him?
we
Like,
need to both just do that.
Yeah.
He is on the season
It's a
so
big
far.
number. Just dump him right off.
He's got 10 home runs, 35 RBIs, and is batting 165.
Insane, dude. Last year, I had him when
Last
he hit
year-
the
That would have been like a week.
Last year, he
Yeah.
had 60 home runs, batted 247 with 125 RBIs. So I think that
So
it's
we
just,
obviously don't
it's-
watch a lot of Marlins
it's
games,
just
but I
nuts,
wonder like
man.
what's
Mariners.
going on.
Mariners,
Man,
yeah, but
Marlins
well,
are on
he
the line.
wasn't healthy for a little while,
right for a little
but
bit, yeah.
it's just completely gone to shit for him this year.
Yeah.
Well, and then I have Adley, which I was like, okay, if you know, I have two catchers, but you know, whichever one you have the utility spot, so you can play both. And now it's like there's a stretch there where Cal Raleigh was hurt, so I was like, okay, I'm fine. I have Adley. Well, then Adley goes out for 10 days, and I'm just like, what the fuck,
Mhm.
man? Like, I'm like, I only got so many spots I can put on the IL, but then like that's the other thing too. Like, it'll tell you like, hey, your player's out today, but it'll tell you like right when their game's about to start. So if you're not really looking. Your other spots already played their game at 1:00, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Adley's not playing tonight at 4." I'm like, "Well, thanks, I'm screwed." Like,
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, I think we'll talk after we get done.
just-
But I think
yeah.
we both need to just cut ties with him because he's killing my other team as well.
yeah, it's rough. I just sit there and go, "Good lord, he's 0 for 4 again." Or he
Yeah.
didn't play today. I'm like nuts.
So matchups this week. I am playing the first place Tim. Hopefully a big upset this week. Cameron, you are playing Justin. Justin's in the 11th spot. So let's see what you can put up against him. And Brock, you are playing Matt. So everything. So scores obviously don't mean anything right now because we are literally
First
2
games.
hours into the week. But yep, we'll see. How many more weeks do we have left? Bit of matchups here before
Week 24 is the playoff, so we've got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks left. So Yep.
I guess we do have a trade deadline, right? I didn't even.
there should be. There's
Yeah,
really
I
not a
mean,
lot of
yeah.
trades, and I mean because it's like it's tough with these like yearly leagues because you don't have anything to really exchange for.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Right.
not like there's draft picks that you can throw in of hey, it's like a keeper league to where
It's like I could go in there and just be like, I could throw Cal Raleigh on the trade block and see. Let's just put it.
yeah.
See if, like just be like, oh hey, here you go. Like,
But yeah, it's tough with
yeah.
those because it's like unless you're doing like a 50-50 swap of like, all right, I'm giving you this guy because I'm trading you this pitcher because I need a bat or something like that.
Well,
Like you're
people
trying
would see if
to
I'm getting rid of Cal. They'd be like, well, he sucks ass right now. That's why he's getting.
Our trade
Yeah.
end date is August 6th.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
right
it's
at the trade
close.
deadline. Yeah. So we'll see if anybody comes up with some trades. Probably not. I
Doubt it.
don't really look into baseball that much. Football
Let's
certainly
worry
it's a
about
little
people
bit
checking
different.
their lineups
Yeah,
before we talk about people
right,
trying to
I know,
trade.
right, yeah, I was
As I
like,
go
did
to
I
my
start 'em?
team
Fuck, I didn't.
and start active players
Yeah.
for the whole week.
Like
All
even our
right, I'm
matchup,
set.
it wouldn't have. I had Stott. I had to take Stott out one day because I had to play one of my other second basemen, and then didn't have him in the game he hit his
Oh,
home
yeah.
run, and I was just, or he had the home
Yesterday,
run,
last night,
last
yeah.
night's
5
game.
RBIs last night.
And I
Yep.
was like, I'm already winning RBIs and home runs, so it wouldn't even change the
Yeah.
category.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, it wouldn't even matter if he was in or not.
So yep. Let's see.
I don't think there's any NFL news.
Yeah, no, there is. Training camp starts this week.
For the Eagles, it's Wednesday. Yeah.
Yep, tomorrow and Wednesday. Tomorrow for the rookies, and then
Yeah.
Wednesday for the
Is
vets.
Carter
So-
holding out.
Well, that's what I got. A couple things for this. So I want you guys' thoughts. So, obviously, one of the big questions we're going to see, this year, it's not really a big question because it's the same story, different people. But how's Jalen going to look with the new offensive coordinator?
Dominant.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It can only look
Well,
better.
I mean, we hope
mean,
so,
you're-
yeah.
Was last year the year where he didn't throw an interception in practice or in training camp for like until
No, that was 2 years ago.
that was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, we won the Super Bowl later. So hopefully he does throw an interception in training camp.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath. You're losing a big piece out of that offense with AJ Brown.
Yeah.
You add, let's
5,
say,
6 different
yeah,
players
it's
just to add for one guy.
on the receivers, right?
Yeah.
With Lemon and then
Marquise
Wicks.
Brown,
Wicks
Dontavian
and-
Wicks.
like, yeah, you
Elijah
got a
Moore still on the team. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's a bunch of guys. We don't know what Lemon's going to be. He's also an undersized receiver, so now you take away a big possession receiver, and you have a bunch of speedy small guys.
Yeah.
Like
Everyone's so hype on Lemon, so I just want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone's just so excited about this kid.
But I wonder how
don't
much
know.
of that is just driven by the fact that they're trying to pump him up to make up for AJ's.
But it's not just like Philly media. It's like national media.
Oh,
And
yeah,
like players and stuff.
One
are
of the
talking about
guys
how
had
good he
him as
is,
the
and,
best
like,
receiver on the board.
his route running is like insane. And I want to see it because I just
Well, I mean, like if you watch Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's one of the best route runners in the league, and it's like
Yeah.
he's let's just say an undersized guy for the most part.
Yeah.
But he's able to still get open because he's just elite.
He's that good.
running routes. So if he is that good of a route runner and he can find space and get open, then yeah, let's go. But it's yet to be seen, obviously.
There was a crazy stat that they said there's 21 different offensive coordinators this year, and 17 of them are the play callers across the league. Like that's insane how many different because they've either got new jobs or fired or
Mhm.
or whatever. And so it's just thinking of that, like, especially with our guy never being OC until
But he's going
now.
to call anything.
Yeah, so
Our
that's what I'm
guy-
saying. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
hold
like,
on. Our coach doesn't call
our
anything.
coach isn't calling anything,
Offensive
yeah.
or defensive.
But Mannion wasn't an OC until now. So it's kind of just there's a lot of different stuff going on with, like, you talk about JSN. He is good, but then you kind of wonder, was it Kubiak though being getting him that open in that whole system?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first year with Darnold too.
Right, right. So I'm saying
like,
first year with Darnold, so it just
finally
makes you
didn't have
wonder.
Geno.
We've seen Jalen do better in different systems. He's also had a different system every
year.
Every
Yeah.
year. So we never. It's kind of like, he can't be worse than the Batula offense, but we just don't know until we get to that point. I only thing I want to see from Jalen is I want him to go back to running if he needs to, instead of like if he just got completely away from that this year. And there's times I'm not
I mean,
saying
it
like
opens
a
up
scramble,
everything.
like, I'm not saying like a design run, just be able to don't just stand there so complete, and just wait for someone to get open. Like if you
Don't
got to
take
get
a
out there,
sack.
use your legs.
Well, even some of the design runs, like
Yeah, right. Even
do
that,
them.
yeah,
Like,
just do them. Yeah,
that helps
do something,
Saquon. That
right.
helps everybody. So, I think one of the biggest, letdowns last year was certainly offensive line. So
Yeah.
you're hoping that they have a bounce back, but they, it's another year later. They're 1 year older. So how much longer can they?
And this
Yeah.
would be the first year without Stoutland altogether. Yeah.
Right. So I think that's a big question mark that we need to watch, just to see how healthy they can be, certainly throughout the year, because I think that's going to dictate how successful Barkley is.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wanted to see is, like, do you guys think Smitty can be a true number one?
I mean, he is going to be our number one, but is he?
He has to.
Right. See,
yeah, but
that's my other thing too. So I mean, we've seen him be open, and we know he
Yeah.
can run routes and everything. But now he's gonna have the Sertans and stuff like that. Like, I'm just trying to name some of the
Yeah.
best corners. They're now covering him.
Yep.
They're not covering.
And you're
AJ
probably
Brown
going to
and
have
trying to do
a
jump
safety
ball.
over top,
Right,
because
safety over top, because that's going to
until
be their
some of these
main
guys can,
right, until someone else shows like, hey, I'm open.
you're hoping that maybe Marquise Brown, being the speed guy, can help take a little bit of that.
You hope Marquise Brown can play more than 6 games too.
Well, that's also
that's
true.
another thing. There's just a lot of question marks with all the other pieces they brought in, and you knew what AJ complained, but you knew what you're gonna get when the two of them were both on. You knew that you had that going.
Well, that's the offensive coordinator's job.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can, actually call some actual plays.
Yeah, we'll see. I want to see some creativity. I want to see, like, all right, come in here and.
I don't think I hope we don't see the creativity. I want the bare bones offense. Be creative.
We saw bare bones last year.
Run the Patullo through the preseason.
Yeah, right. And then
week one.
right, don't show it.
Yeah,
Show it.
yeah.
Don't be like,
week
we
one,
got
then
some
start
trick
doing your
plays.
crazy
Yeah,
shit.
like,
Do the Ben Johnson fake fumble.
And
Yeah.
the other thing too is that there's running back. But obviously you got Saquon. You got Tank Bigsby's only 23. He's working out and looks huge as shit.
Mhm.
Then you got Pierce behind him, who was a starter in Houston. So it's like, okay, are we going to be a run? Because Josh Jacobs and them ran a lot in Green Bay. So you got to think it could be a piece of that offense.
Good.
Then you have Wicks who comes over. So it's going to be that similar offense because Wicks knows that offense. So then you have those pieces. Like, I think it's going to be a lot more receivers across the middle. And then Brown, obviously, going. Marquise is only really a deep dude.
Yeah.
But then also, too, at tight end, we still got 4 or 5 of them that we signed this offseason.
Only one
And
matters.
No, I know. But I mean, we
Two,
drafted two
because they
Stowers.
drafted.
Yeah.
They drafted.
But it just makes you wonder, like, looking at the play design, is it going to be a bunch of blocking tight ends in there at some point, and it is going to be a run heavy play, or is it going to be Stowers and Goddard and go for it and try to. And then quarterback, you still got Jalen, Andy Dalton, and still got
Tanner.
Tanner
Tanner
McKee.
McKee. Yeah.
So it's like, and at one point McKee is going to be traded for a first. Now he's going to be what, your emergency quarterback this year? Like it's just a lot. Like there's a lot of pieces. I mean, I know it's training camp.
Well, that's where
so
training
they can
camp comes
cut a
in.
lot of
It's
these
like,
guys out, but it's just I want to see what they do when it gets down to the final.
Yeah,
roster.
they're not going to keep all these receivers. They're going to cut probably 2 of the guys that we kind of mentioned.
Yeah, Elijah Moore will be on the team.
Well, they were
Same thing
AJ's
with tight
guys.
ends. Like
They were AJ's
Right,
guys.
AJ's right, yeah.
maybe we could trade him to New England for more.
For the booty
Mental
guy we were
support.
supposed to get from the trade.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So.
The same thing with the tight ends. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna unload some of them. Like obviously it's gonna be Goddard and Stowers, but who else kind of makes it? That's where a lot of these guys they prolong their career by doing special
Like
teams.
the one guy we drafted, we signed, whatever, only has 1 touchdown in his whole career. He's played like 8. The Vikings guy that we signed, I was just like, what? He's only got 1 touchdown, 8 in like 7
But if he
years.
produces on special teams and he's a blocking tight end, like
Right,
he'll make the team. Like,
and then speaking of that too, the defense, like they got Cooper slated to play safety. So I'm like, but then you don't know what Makuba, if he's still going to be where, we don't know what's going to happen behind them.
Yeah.
Because what the corners are. We're set on that.
Yeah.
We're good on that spot. But the linebacker still, because now you expect more out of Campbell because he's got to be Dean.
He was playing good
He
at the
was
start
playing-
of
no, I'm not saying he
last
can't
year,
do
but
it.
then they
Right.
just when Dean came back, he
Right.
just
Yeah.
was not on the field.
Yeah,
Right,
Dean's
so
so
now-
much better against the run. than
Yeah.
Campbell.
But
Hopefully,
now it's Dean
that's something
and
he can work
Vaughn
on
every
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
And then I guess the biggest question mark with the defense is Jalen Carter gonna hold out? Is he gonna show up to camp? Do they extend him?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't go to camp
Mhm.
because he is deserving to get paid. We just paid Jordan Davis a
Right.
ton of money to be.
But I
his
think he should
counterpart.
see that they've paid everybody. So I
Yeah.
don't think he needs to. Like, I
But
don't think he has. Like, there's no.
He also has done some things that the team's kind of had his back.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, yeah, like
They've
hold
kind
on.
of gotten into his good graces, so hopefully he
Mhm.
returns the favor. But again, don't blame him if he doesn't.
Right.
But I would love to see him there. But the biggest question, obviously, is who's going to get hurt and how bad is it going to be?
Yeah.
Because it just always
Because
happens.
like we said about the
every
O line,
year.
like Lane Johnson, he's not going to play every game, and they have Fred Johnson still there for that reason. Then they drafted the big tall ass dude, Bell.
Bell.
Yeah.
Who's the tight end / receiver that gets hurt every year?
Oh, Johnny Wilson.
Johnny
Yep.
Wilson.
He's still
Johnny
there.
Wilson,
Yeah.
yep.
So
Yeah,
He's always been a training camp casualty.
and he's one of those training camp people that they talk. He's one of the ones like if he makes a catch in training camp, they tweet about it and go, Johnny Wilson's looking good. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
in
Mhm.
practice against his
Yeah.
own team? Yeah, great. That's awesome. Like,
well, it's because all of
Yeah.
our receivers are under 6 foot, and then we finally have a tall guy out
Yeah.
there. It's like, oh, well, you can really see him.
yeah, like, oh, we could use him. Like, yeah, he could be like,
Yep.
I don't know.
So,
We'll see how it goes. I don't think there's really anything across the league, though, right?
no, not really. Just
Kyle
just-
Shanahan, car
Oh
accident.
my
Car
god,
accident,
that was
yeah.
awful.
That's
40
not good.
stitches
Haven't
to the
seen-
face.
yeah.
Yeah, like, phew.
Surprised that just came out now.
I
That's
know,
2
yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah, and they
Oh,
just
that just came out now.
Oh.
on
probably
social
because it's
media.
his first appearance in front of the media, probably. So
But
they were
I
like,
mean, that's
you finally see what
yeah.
his
the injury bugs finally got into the coaching staff. I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible though. So I guess it wasn't worse.
Right.
Yeah, they said they've got
Obviously.
their. I think it is their OC is going to be like their interim coach throughout their training camps.
So he's
Okay.
ready to go.
Vita Vea, I guess money wise, I don't think he's
Hey,
signed
that
a
came out of
contract yet.
nowhere. It's just
it was today.
Unless
An hour
something
ago.
happened in camp already where he's like, I don't like what y'all are doing with me. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Or maybe
requested a trade
he's-
an hour ago.
Maybe he was waiting on an extension,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it didn't come. So there's like, all right, if you guys aren't going to give me an extension, I want to be traded.
Same
So,
with Carter. Maybe he's waiting until it starts, and then he'd be like, "Oh, you want to do that? All right, I'll hold out." I'll see
I
you
mean,
tomorrow."
Carter's also in trade talks too, or at least there's rumors that
Yeah,
and I think it's one of those things like every day that he's not extended, it's kind of like, all right, well, are they just like trade speculation? Like, can he be traded here for this?
Well, and I mean, I would hope not, because the thing is, we know our D line because we mentioned Grenard, but he's there, so like we obviously like the D line. If Carter stays, I mean, you got Carter, Davis, Hunt, and Grenard.
Mhm.
Could be really nice,
Yeah.
and you still have
So
some
you still have
people behind
Nolan
him.
Smith, you still
Yeah,
have
and
Campbell.
We don't know what that Nigerian dude is going to do. The
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna make the squad, but
Yeah.
I know very early on after the draft, they were showing some videos of him, and he doesn't look like he's
just a
ready.
massive
but
freak. Yeah,
he's
just,
built
yeah.
like
If
he's like Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
if he puts the
needs
work
to
in and
figure
he
out
wants
football.
to, then
They're taking the leap like they did with
it's the
Mariota. So,
Malata, yeah.
Yeah, my lot is a way better comparison.
No,
than
right.
Ben
It's like the
Simmons,
foreign
but
signing. They're like, he's never played football. It's like, all right, let's try it. It worked out that way. So.
Yep.
he's got measurables comparable to Myles Garrett,
Yeah.
but a football knowledge of me.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So there's a big gap there.
That's a very
Yep.
good way there. It's just like, that's how it looks.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, but I think the week before the season we'll do a recap of all the players that are now on new teams.
Yeah, we could do that.
Find
We'll
everyone.
do our
There's a lot of players that moved.
we'll do our yearly
I forgot we had Andy Dalton until you just said
prediction.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
That's because
we probably should do it before we do our fantasy
Because even
drafts
when they
because
signed him, I was still just kind of like, what for? Like I was like, what are we doing that for? Like,
but no, we'll do our terribly poor predictions and see how bad we are again. Interested in seeing how we are on baseball.
My baseball one is real. I have Red Sox and the
Blue Jays.
I had like the Blue Jays finished in second in the division behind the Yankees.
Yeah, that's
like,
looking see what mine were.
Or something like I had all kinds of shit like backwards. I'm like, oof.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll check those. Maybe we can update one of those.
I think I had the Astros making the playoffs too, and they got the only player doing well for them is Alvarez going for the Triple Crown.
There's still a lot of season left.
No, I know, yeah, but it's just like whew.
A lot of season left for your boy Bum to turn it around.
You predicted a career year.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
And what he's doing is predicting a career loss.
Yeah.
In money, in years, and contract.
Well, his parents are going to steal the money he gets in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. This season with runners in scoring position, 300 average, 9 doubles, 3 home runs. See, he has power.
He has 45 RBIs. How many does he have on the season?
That was a strike.
I was just looking at that going like, I don't think that's correct.
Did he challenge that?
Because I thought it just said he only had like 57.
He has 57 RBIs and 45
are
runners in
from-
scoring position.
yeah.
Okay.
He didn't challenge that. Wow.
Schwarber didn't challenge one earlier, and then struck out on a pitch even lower than the one he didn't challenge.
But all right.
Okay, he's challenging that one.
I can't wait to see him.
No, that was like literally 3 inches lower than the. All right, so a real quick recap before we sign off. Currently, the Phillies are in the top of the 6th. They have a runner at second with 1 out, and they're still down 5-2. So hopefully, as we pack everything up, call it a night, they can mount a comeback, and we're talking about a win next week. So, but as always,
there's one.
There's a single. Not they held Bryce.
I was gonna say I would.
He ain't fucking holding
I
it
was
third.
gonna say, if Bryce
runs
stayed
through
at
every
third,
stop
I'd be like,
sign.
what are we doing, dude?
He is
Like,
not holding it third. Come on now.
5-3. Brock's favorite player just knocked in
Harper
another.
Harper scored.
Yep.
Brock's favorite player just knocked in Brock's other favorite player.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, we have both chosen ones from Sports Illustrated in Philadelphia.
Oh, Harper
Pretty cool.
and yeah.
Oh, so I meant to say this earlier about the trade deadline stuff. So why would this not be the time for Trout to just join while it's hot? Just get in there now and just get all the conversation about Philly sports being LeBron, Harper, Trout, all that
Could
going
be
into
sports heaven. Like fuck
just
baseball heaven, or just sports heaven. Bring all the aging superstars
All
to
right,
Philly.
so let's take a peek at old Trout right now. 247, 18 home runs, 40 RBIs on the year.
Well, he started out the year on fire.
The last month, he's batting 320. Last 2 weeks, batting 345. Last week, batted 421.
I need him to be batting like 200 going into the trade deadline.
So now he's like turning it on, but he's just like, all right, I just want to make sure that I can get my name out there. To whoever wants to trade for me, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I want to check and see what Byron Buxton's been doing because he's.
Oh, he actually said that he would accept he told one of the Phillies players he would accept a trade to go to Philly. They didn't ever release who it was.
I still don't want him.
No, I don't either because he would immediately get hurt.
Yeah.
Like Trout, we already know like he'll get hurt certainly. Like stepping off the plane
September when it's football season.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me look up Buxton's numbers real quick and see what he's been up to.
Well, at least when it comes to playoff time and like the Eagles schedule, they usually work it out to where it's like, all right, we're not going to put the Phillies and the Eagles on at the same time. So that gives Trout something. Instead of flying from LA or wherever he is to watch Eagles games, if it's a home one, he could
All
just
right. Guess
go
the
across the parking lot.
guess the amount of hits that Byron Buxton's had in his last month.
His last month.
Yes.
Hits. And the fact that you're saying that the Twins probably suck. Can you tell me how many at bats?
35.
35. Wow. In a month?
Yep.
Well, All-Star break, I guess would count to that, but
That's only
That's only
half a week.
That's a
yeah.
series.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a series. So
He missed. He did have an IL stint.
I mean, 35 at bats in a month is ridiculous.
But out of his 35 at bats, guess how many hits he has?
4.
I was gonna say 8.
6.
Oh,
Look at that, right between.
He had 4 in the past 2 weeks. So last week he was 4 for 23. Not a run, not a home run, not an RBI, not a stolen base.
Oh, that'll be a guy we overpay for.
And he is so
So-
committed to staying there. And we play them Thursday, right? And the
Twins?
is it the Twins?
No.
I thought we played
We
them
play them in the Iowa game.
The Iowa game. That's why. That's not this.
Yeah, but
Thursday.
it's not in the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I just went down. We have
But I mean, I meant we do
Marlins.
play them. Yeah, we do. Like, so they'll talk about him if he should be a Philly.
Speaking of
Yeah,
that,
we have Marlins, Orioles,
Yeah. Okay.
Nationals, and then Blue Jays.
Oh, that game's. I thought that was coming up.
those jerseys,
They're sick.
fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're
Big fan.
pretty cool.
Those things
Yeah.
are sweet. And then I still like the 4th of July 250 jerseys. Those things are freaking sweet.
With the American flag and the
Yeah,
numbers
with the
and stuff.
numbers. Yeah, those
I
things
got
are
a couple
bad.
jerseys I got to buy. Gotta
Yeah.
get a Braun jersey. Gotta get a Fielder.
That's what I was
jersey.
telling Nikki. I was like, man, I'm going to spend so much money on freaking jerseys right now. And she was like, why do you want that one? It looks like a Braves jersey. I'm like, I get it, but no.
It does. The color scheme matches.
Yeah.
Striping down
Mm-hmm.
the buttons. But it looks cool. I like it.
Yep.
Even the jerseys look pretty good.
Yeah, the all blue.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They look pretty good.
Like that looks like a better City Connect than the fucking City Connects. But at least when you get the City Connect shirts, like they're that all blue color, which is pretty sick.
Yeah,
So
the City Connect. I mean, for sometimes it kind of like I just like the hat. The hat's the best part.
oh
of the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Like
This
if
hat?
you don't put
no,
the
I didn't even know. I didn't even see that one. No, I had that dark. I had
oh,
like
that's
the
the
dark
Philadelphia
yeah.
Phillies Union hat.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah,
it's
that's
the
cool.
Phillies Union.
Yeah.
No, big fan of the patch.
Yeah, that's just
Love
I like
that.
that.
Yep. So all right. Well, thanks everybody for joining. Hopefully you guys like the new setup. We'll check the comments, and kind of chime in after. But as always, if you guys have any questions or anything you want us to, talk about or any constructive criticism, we're always welcome to it. So thanks again for joining, and until next time, cheers.
Cheers.